In the throes of global conflict 1, the world of Earth saw a new dawn of warfare machinery, the most notable being the inception of Trainks. The war, a cauldron of chaos and destruction, set the stage for an arms race unlike any other. Nations, rising to the challenge, poured their resources into the development of advanced weaponry, seeking an edge in the brutal conflict. It was in this crucible of necessity that the concept of Trainks was born, a testament to the radical and relentless pursuit of innovation. Trainks, a somewhat peculiar fusion of tank and battle train technologies, represented a new era in warfare machinery. These behemoths were more than just armored vehicles. They were mobile fortresses laying their own tracks, advancing relentlessly across the battlefield, a symbol of indomitable power and strategic ingenuity. Constructed with a setup reminiscent of the D-Day funnies of mid-20th century Earth, Trainks were designed on a much larger scale, with a more mature industrial machinery. Their design was a marvel of engineering. A heavily armed and armored locomotive element led the charge, with twin cranes rising like massive antlers, moving sections of track from a second conveyor belt-loaded carriage of rails. Following these locomotion carriages, an assortment of deadly war carriages trailed behind, each armed to the teeth with a variety of weaponry. Freed from the constraints of weight and power that traditional tanks had to grapple with, the nations of Earth took the arming of these early prototype Trainks to the extreme. Naval turrets, heavy battle tank armaments, anti-aircraft guns, early missiles, Elder ballista, catapults, and even railway guns and small shore battery arsenals were mounted to them. The fusion of technologism and Elder magic with industrial design was a sight to behold. Some Trainks even sported preternatural-infused or hadium armor and fittings. Fully complemented with troops, exo-troops, and specialized war magicians, these machines were not mere vehicles, they were mobile strongholds. It was a bizarre yet fascinating fusion, a testament to the ingenuity born from the urgency of conflict. Trainks were not merely war machines, they were strategic assets, instrumental in fortifying and suppressing newly conquered regions. These behemoths of war were the embodiment of strategy and power. Their primary role was not to charge into the fray, but rather to fortify occupied territories and quell any resistance. This was achieved through their unique design, which allowed the Trainks to lay their own tracks. This gave them unprecedented mobility, enabling them to navigate through vast expanses of newly acquired land with ease, all while carrying a formidable arsenal of weapons. Their design was nothing short of ingenious. Imagine an armored tank and a battle train fused into one. The locomotive element, heavily armed and armored, boasted a twin crane setup that laid out sections of track carried in a second carriage. This allowed the Trainks to traverse any terrain, laying down their own path as they went. Following the locomotive and track-laying carriages were an assortment of deadly war carriages. These were not limited by weight or power constraints, and were armed to the teeth. They housed everything from small naval turrets to the main armament from heavy battle tanks. Some even incorporated Elder magic and technologism into their design, boasting preternatural-infused or hadium armor. Anti-aircraft guns, early missiles, Elder ballista, catapults, railway guns, and even small shore battery arsenals were mounted on them. The early models also carried full complements of troops, exo-troops, and specialized war magicians, along with outriders and jetpack Overwatch Rangers. The ambitious state of Ashgarden even attempted to incorporate Trainks technology into their naval fleets, aiming to bring maritime firepower further inland. However, the primary role of the Trainks remained the fortification of newly conquered regions and the suppression of uprisings. Though not the first wave, Trainks were the formidable backbone of any invasion. Their sheer power and strategic capabilities made them a force to be reckoned with. Yet, despite their prowess, they were eventually abandoned with the end of the first global conflict, leaving behind a legacy of innovation and power. The pinnacle of Traink technology was arguably the IAI War Traink Mach 3, a marvel of engineering and firepower. This awe-inspiring machine was brought to life by the innovative minds at Impervion Automotive Industries, a company renowned for pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. The IAI War Traink Mach 3 was a behemoth of a machine, defying the limits of both speed and power. With a maximum speed of 2/5 while laying track and an evasion range between 1 and 3, its performance on the battlefield was certainly impressive for a vehicle of its size. It was propelled by an internal hadium steam turbine TEC engine, a feat of engineering that allowed it to move with an unexpected grace for such a colossal machine. This Traink was more than just a vehicle, it was a mobile firebase. Its role was to fortify newly conquered regions and suppress any uprisings, making it a crucial part of the military strategy, but its true power lay in its arsenal. Sporting 120 fixed weapon mountings and a capacity for 220, the IAI War Trank Mech-3 was a rolling fortress of fire and steel. From naval turrets to Elder ballista, railway guns to shore battery arsenals, the Mk3 was a testament to the extremes of warfare technology. Yet it wasn't all about raw power. The Mk3 was also equipped with sophisticated scanners and jammers, an elite ECCM system that gave it an edge in the heat of battle. Its ultra-heavy densified Herculean plating and Dreadnought chassis, coupled with vehicular force fields and active plates, lent it an almost impregnable defense. Accommodating over 150 soldiers, the IAI War Trank Mach-3 was a formidable force on the battlefield. But beyond its impressive specs and daunting firepower, it was the embodiment of a time when the world was engaged in a conflict of a scale never before seen. The IAI War Trank Mach-3 was a testament to the heights that Trank technology had reached. It remains a symbol of the audacity and innovation of a time when the world was on the brink of change. With the end of the global conflict, the world saw a shift in priorities, leading to the eventual abandonment of Trainks. The reasons behind the abandonment of these behemoths of warfare were multifaceted. Primarily, the astronomical costs associated with production and maintenance of Trainks became unjustifiable in a world rebuilding from the ravages of war. These machines were not only expensive, they were also complex, requiring a highly specialized workforce for their operation and upkeep. Furthermore, the changing landscape of warfare rendered Trainks obsolete. The rise of air superiority and the advent of smaller, more mobile armored vehicles signaled the end for these large, lumbering war machines. The Trank, with its reliance on setting its own tracks for movement, was ill-suited to the fast-paced, flexible style of modern warfare. But what of the remaining Tranks? The few that were produced, now relics of a bygone era, have mostly been conserved in museums, a testament to the audacious spirit of human innovation. Notably, the IAI War Trank Mach-3 can be seen on display at the Security Museum in Jefferson, a monument to the ingenuity and ambition of the once thriving Impervian automotive industries. Despite their short-lived operational history, Tranks left an undeniable mark on the world of technology and warfare. They pushed the boundaries of what was considered possible, blending elder technologism with human engineering prowess to create something truly unique. The marriage of magic and machinery, as seen in the Tranks, inspired a wave of innovation that continues to influence modern technological advancements. Moreover, the concept of a self-sufficient mobile firebase that Tranks embodied has been adapted and evolved in various forms in contemporary warfare. Today's armored vehicles may not lay their own tracks, but they certainly carry the spirit of the Trank, valuing versatility, firepower, and self-reliance. Though abandoned, the legacy of Tranks lives on, a reminder of a bygone era of unprecedented technological innovation. Though their tracks have long been silent, the legacy of Tranks continues to echo through the annals of history. The sheer audacity of their design, a monstrous fusion of an armored tank and a battle train, has left an indelible mark on the minds of those who dared to dream, to innovate, and to confront the impossible. Tranks were more than just formidable war machines. They were a testament to the technological prowess of the era, a symbol of the relentless pursuit of advancement, even in the face of global conflict. Their existence spurred a revolution in warfare strategy and design, pushing the boundaries of what was deemed possible and forever changing the landscape of conflict on Earth. Even today, the remnants of these colossal creatures of war serve as stark reminders of a time when the wheels of progress were fueled by the fires of conflict. One such relic, the IAI War Trank Mach-3, sits in the Security Museum in Jefferson. A silent sentinel, it stands as a monument to the era of Tranks, drawing scores of historians, technologists, and the simply curious, eager to catch a glimpse of this bygone era. The lessons learned from the era of Tranks extend beyond the realm of warfare and technology. They serve as a reminder of the power of human ingenuity, of the capacity to adapt and innovate even in the direst of circumstances. They underscore the importance of pushing the boundaries of what is known, of daring to dream even when faced with the seemingly insurmountable. Yet, they also remind us of the destructive potential of such advancements, of the need for caution and responsibility in wielding such power. The era of Tranks may have ended, but the lessons it has imparted continue to reverberate in the corridors of time. Tranks, a symbol of power and innovation, will forever remain an unforgettable chapter in the grand narrative of global conflict.